All right, welcome back, everybody. May the Most High bless you. Want to welcome everybody back to another Real Talk video. My title says, you're not talking to your mama. You're talking to a familiar spirit. And a while back, earlier in this year, I did a video titled, You Are Married to a Familiar Spirit. And let me give a shout out to my sister Queen B. Powerful email, powerful. You asked me a question. You said, JT, do you ever contact the dead? Your loved ones that have passed on, your grandmother, your whoever, cousins, brothers, uncles. Good question. And sister, I'm talking for myself. And I have already done scriptures about this, so I'm going to just real talk this. Contacting the dead, hear me and hear me good. Contacting the dead is demonic. When you look at sorcery, when you look at witchcraft, when you look at the spirit of divination, when you start adding all this stuff up together, foretelling, you see demonic spirits. And this is why I want to title this video, you wasn't talking to your mama. You're talking to a familiar spirit. Now, before you get mad and cut the video off, just hear me out before you get mad at the title. Because I'm not trying to make you feel down in no kind of way. But talking to the dead is demonic. Israel had this problem. A lot of people to this day got this problem. It's very serious. And the sad thing is the church don't talk about it enough. A lot of people, my sister, are attracted to familiar spirits. And familiar means that you have known me before. But because for it to be familiar, then you have to know who I am. We say that all the time. That brother look familiar, or that sister look familiar. I done seen her before. I've seen him before. They look familiar. Well, this is what this is. These demons are real. A lot of people laugh at me when I talk about demons, but in the long run, they're going to see who's going to get the last laugh. But see, when you see people operating in the Holy Spirit, sister, if you have the Holy Spirit, that make it very hard for a familiar spirit to operate. Why? Because you reject that mess. The Holy Spirit will put it in check. See, for those who followed me along on those videos about demons and the watchers, witchcraft, like I said earlier, those fallen angels, you know, they came, let me say something. Because they didn't just only come to earth and have sex with the daughters of men. And that's how we came up with the Nephilims, giants. Something that's overlooked in that teaching, let me say this, because it's very important. Something that's overlooked in that teaching was when those fallen angels came to the earth, they was very powerful. And they taught some things that we wouldn't even imagine. Because they wasn't dumb. They taught some things to men, mankind, that shouldn't have been taught. See, it's a reason why the Most High wanted all that destroyed. Some things got out of hand. The things happened that never supposed to have happened. So it was more than just giants. Where do you think divination, the spirit of divination, witchcraft, all of that stuff come from? How people know how to contact the dead? That ain't of the Most High. They taught those wicked spirits. And you wonder why witchcraft ain't never left. So once again, the sad thing is it's all over the church, and most of the churches don't want to address it. But if the Holy Spirit is in that church, let's just be real. The Holy Spirit is in the church. Most churches, some don't have it. And the demonic spirit and the Holy Spirit. You got people that's going to church that ain't going to church for all the right reasons. Y'all catch what I'm saying? So there's a demonic spirits flowing in the house of God. And the person with the Holy Spirit can recognize it. But see, if the church don't want to call you a drive, that demonic spirit, that familiar spirit right on out of there. See, familiar spirits ain't no joke. I don't want to say too much, sister, because I kind of covered a lot of this. When you get a chance, go back to my page and type in "You Are Married to a Familiar Spirit" by Jerome 24. You'll see what I'm talking about, because that covered a lot of the questions that you asked me. But I want to have this little real talk here about this contacting the dead, my sister. people who love to contact the dead really don't understand they're dealing with a familiar spirit. This is the very well reason why, my sister, I will not visit nobody in no graveyard. I don't have no reason to go to the graveyard to contact the dead. Because I know from studying what I'm supposed to do. And a lot of people sitting up having dreams. See, you ask a powerful question. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. That's why I say when people ask me a question, be able to take the way I respond back, because I'm gonna come with it. But when you look at these, I was really talking to my grandma. Or was you really talking to your grandma? Or was you talking to that familiar spirit? Because grandma have passed on, mama have passed on, brother have passed on, kinfolks have passed on. Are you really talking to them, or are you talking to that spirit? Because why do I say this? The Bible teaches you how Satan can transfer into what? Angel of light. Demons searches for bodies. They jump in bodies. We talked about the difference between the demons and the fallen angels. The demons search for bodies. When somebody dies, a lot of people can't stop dreaming about them. They can't stop thinking about them. I used to have dreams about my grandma all the time, my mother's mother, Elizabeth Dixon. I said, Mom, I saw her. She was talking to me. But really, was I talking to Elizabeth, or was I talking to a demonic spirit? And I had to leave that mess alone. I did. Because I saw where it was heading to. And if you ain't careful, you'll be up dreaming, having nightmares and all kind of crazy stuff every night. Stop contacting the dead. I'm just being real. This is what's wrong with this world right now. So you got a lot of men who are attracted to that woman because she fine. She got a body. You're looking at a familiar spirit when that woman is wicked. Vice versa. You got a woman that's attracted to a husband. I mean, not a husband, a handsome man. And that man could have a familiar spirit. And you wonder why when you sleep and have sex with them, you release inside each other. You wonder why you acting like that person acting, because you done hooked up with that familiar spirit. You wonder why you can't leave them alone. So I'm going to go ahead and close for right now, because like I said, I covered a lot of this in that other video. I just wanted to have this real talk. It's a lot of familiar spirits on YouTube, on Facebook, on most of the sites online now. You're looking at familiar spirits. So with that being said, my sister, I hope I said something that can help you, just to keep it real with you, not to sugarcoat it. Contacting the dead is a very serious thing you really don't want to get off into, because it's more deeper than what you think it is. Thank you for the question. Love you, sister, and everybody that's listening. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed night. Peace out.